Hey guys, the Wild Sass appeared, and I'm sitting here enjoying some Sixlets Halloween candy. I unfortunately couldn't go trick-or-treating today, ultimately, because first of all, I'm an adult, and by today, I mean yesterday. Yesterday was Halloween. I'm not sure if if you're reading this the immediate day of upload, but yeah, that's what time it is right now. And the reason why I couldn't go trick-or-treating was ultimately because the fact that, first of all, I'm an adult, and that's kind of weird, and I was working. As you guys know, I work at a haunted house, or rather, I did work at a haunted house, at least for a little while, but our time has come. That was our last day, and I just really want to talk about my experiences there. And first off, let me tell you that it is a great job and a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, and if you put a lot of effort into it. And of course, that is a little bittersweet, and that was what the job was. It was very, very bittersweet. Like, take for example, I was probably the only employee there with a permanent location. I was, of course, a scare actor, as most of our staff was, and being a scare actor is probably a pretty difficult job. I mean, sure, it doesn't take much education, if any, to know how to scare people. I mean, they just, it's a natural thing, I would say, to be able to scare people. And I apparently did my job a little too well, because they said, "Oh, well, you're so perfect here." And I mean, it wasn't a sign of pity. I mean, they want their they want everybody to scare everybody as best they can. So that's why everybody was traded off, but nobody could do the job the way I did it, I suppose. And as a result, oh geez, the heater's turned on. Not the computer heater. Heater? No, that's the cooler. God, no. I can't focus right now. That's the heater in my house, if you can hear it. Which I doubt, but just in case you can. Anyway, back to what I wanted to say. The reason why it was so difficult was because in my position in particular, I had to stand completely still at the end of a tunnel relatively for about 5 hours straight. That was usually the time on weekends that we had to do, and the only time I could move was when somebody tried to pass me, because basically from a distance, I tried to pass as a mannequin or some sort of fake whatchamajigger, anything like that, and it was very, very difficult, I would say. But sometimes, if you just got the right amount of people or the right scream, it all was worth it in the end. And when nobody screams, and when nobody seems to be having fun, you get pissed. I mean, sometimes you get so mad at people who, and I'm sorry if that seems a bit, you'll also experience in this gameplay a lot of horrible, horrible grenade throws, if you couldn't tell already. But back to what I was saying, it was just a lot of frustration sometimes. I remember having a really awesome day where I would just leave work smiling because everybody was screaming. I had entire groups falling over in fear. And then there were the times when nobody would scream and I would just go this is an exaggeration, of course, but I would just leave from work with suicidal thoughts. I mean, once again, that's just an exaggeration. I'm sorry if anybody got offended by that, but it's pretty difficult sometimes. Oh, oh, see, look at that. That was a horrible throw. And I think that guy, I can see my teammate mocking me in the corner, but regardless, I'm sorry, I'm really swallowing a lot. Like I said, I'm eating a lot of Halloween candy, so I'm a bit parched, because mostly I've got a whole bunch of chocolate. and and I'm still a little sick, as you can tell. Yeah, it was just a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of work at the same time. And it all depends on good customer, bad customer, whether or not you have a good day or not. And oh, and I wanted to talk about the taunters because they are frustrating. These are the people who will walk ahead of their group because nobody goes alone to a haunted house. It's not true. Um, I've never seen it, and I've worked there, so I think you can trust my advice. And there are people who will deliberately go ahead of their group and just basically ruin the experience for everybody. Ruin and I'm not just talking about just for good measure to protect people from being scared, but they will deliberately ruin everybody's fun who wants to have fun. And I'm like, why would you hang out with that person? Oh, and another rash change of topic. Never bring your 3, 4, 5-year-old kid to a haunted house. You stupid, stupid people. I was so sad when I saw a little kid crying or holding on to his mom or daddy, and I was just like, why would you do that, you stupid parent? You stupid parent! I mean, I didn't even feel like scaring them. I was so upset. I mean, I didn't say anything to them, of course, but I didn't bother to scare them because God knows that kid has been through enough if he's clinging to his parents for dear life. Why would you bring a little kid there? That is why if I ever owned a haunted house like this, and like mine, I would say age restriction 12 and up, and that's that's pushing in my opinion, or 4 feet and higher. Just saying. I'm not sure if that's a good ratio or not, but I feel it is. But yeah, and I mean, but I will say that it was worth the money because now I can spend money on more video games, and that is always a good thing. And I'll see what I can do in terms of Let's Plays for them, but that's all I really want to say. It was an interesting experience with a lot of bittersweet moments. So yeah, a wild silence appeared, and I will see you guys later. That wasn't much of a commentary, but bye!